Get ready for a blast from the past. Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt welcomed their first child into the world. Of all of the reality couples on all of the shows, those two are the ones who are still together and starting a family. But we've only just now learned who little Gunnar Pratt's godmother is, none other than Bunney. The Hills was a veritable pioneer of reality television. It wasn't a competition or a documentary, it was just a group of ridiculous people being filmed living their ridiculous lives. That's not unusual at all, now. Back in the day, though, only a few shows really matched that description. Bunney wasn't as big of a name as Heidi Montag or Lauren Conrad, but she had her moments. What might have been her biggest and most life-changing moment of all was allegedly hooking up with Brody Jenner, Lauren Conrad's crush, during Lauren's own birthday party during the show's second season. Yikes. And Lauren Conrad was, from that point on, completely done with Jen, and excised her from her life entirely. Whatever shady thing she did with him was the subject of no shortage of speculation until just a couple of years ago, when Brody Jenner denied that they'd hooked up. Specifically, he was at the time blasting The Hills, and perhaps reality television in general, as fake and mentioned that he didn't have sex with Bunney. He went even further, insisting that he didn't hook up with any of these girls. Bunney took to Instagram to respond to Brody Jenner's admission, succinctly writing, "Cool # too little too late." Considering how much that one allegation changed Jen's life, that's an understandable response. Though Heidi and Spencer had been the ones who encouraged Jen to kiss Brody at the time, even though we now know that it didn't lead to sex, Jen has maintained a fast friendship with Heidi in particular. But also with Spencer. They're a package deal. Both Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt were guests at Jen Bunney's 2014 wedding to Taylor Dunphy. It's not unusual for friends to be there for such major life milestones, of course, but it's a great sign that they formed a lasting bond. It's clear that the stars of The Hills have done a lot of growing up over the years. Well, Spencer Pratt still makes an ass of himself, but that's who he is, we guess. Heidi's reconnected with her mom, and now Heidi and Spencer are new parents. And look at who the proud godmother is. In a clip from Heidi's Instagram story, Heidi and Jen celebrated baby Gunnar Stone Pratt. Gunnar is an odd name that may refer to the Viking name Gunnar, which basically means warrior. And Stone is a perfect middle name for a child whose parents spent considerable chunks of their lost fortune on, well, crystals. Heidi announced, "Cheers, I have one of Gunnar's godmothers here, Jen Bunney. We love that one of line. Exactly how many godmothers does Gunnar have?" Jen Bunney added, "We're celebrating Gunnar. He's the best baby ever. We love him so much." These days, by the way, Jen Bunney is working in the healthcare field and, last we checked, was working on her master's. Considering that the original cast members of The Hills are all in new stages in their lives, now seems like a perfect time for a revival of the series. Especially since there's a new Pratt that fans could watch grow up. Spencer, who has changed his Twitter name to Pratt Dad in honor of Gunnar's birth, says that everyone who was on The Hills would be up for such a reboot. Well, almost everyone. The entire cast is in minus LC. Yeah, Lauren Conrad's gonna be a hard sell.